The real estate industry is undergoing a massive shift. And no, I'm not talking about commission changes, lawsuits, or even how agents are paid at the buyer level. While these are significant changes, there's something out there that's even bigger right now that's changing the whole real estate industry once and for all. And what's crazy about this silent revolution is that it's actually flying under the radar for most people. What I'm talking about is the Great Migration. A record number of real estate agents, team leaders, and brokers are leaving the traditional model once and for all. On top of that, they're doing it in record high numbers. Now, why is it happening, you may ask? Because they've realized a secret that some of the biggest names in the real estate industry realized ages ago, and now it's finally coming to light. All the industry titans are literally flocking all over to this brand new vehicle in big numbers, and basically they're like running towards it. And the people that are not running right now, they're being left behind. Industry titans are flocking and running towards this new vehicle every single day. We're talking about the creme de la creme. These are like people like real estate coaches with 6-figure student rosters, or mega producers closing 1,000 plus deals annually, and even thought leaders that have shaped the real estate industry from the past decade, or decades should I say. And no, it's not about stock options, AI technology, or even the latest lead generation tool on the block. It's all about a brand new way of real estate. It offers multiple income streams, massive growth potential, less overhead than the brick and mortar space, and most importantly, true wealth creation. This is where revenue share models come in. In this video, what we're not going to do is talk about what is the best brokerage debate that you see all over YouTube. In fact, I'm not even directly tied to any brokerage. I'm not a licensed real estate agent at the moment. What I will share with you is the exact strategy of how people are using these revenue share brokerages and attracting agents all over the world in a very predictable format that's also allowing them to get paid. More importantly, I will also show you how I have made millions of dollars in the real estate industry and attracted over 1,000 plus agents all across the board for all the offers that I've ran. I've also gone ahead and taught many people the exact same blueprint. Some of these people are my clients that have gone on to attract dozens of agents to their downlines, their teams, or their brokerages. What I'm going to show you is the best way to do agent attraction in 2024 and beyond. Take my client Sammy, for example. This month, he'll do over 6 figures in sales. And no, that is not real estate sales, but it is a very specific type of sale where the money gets wired over to you with 1 hour long Zoom calls. Again, I'll get into the whole details very shortly. In 6 months, Sammy made $300,000. At the same time, he attracted dozens of agents into his downline. Or take Will Cabral, one of my clients who sent us a revenue share check of $14,000. He sent us the exact screenshot of it. Now, on top of that, Will is doing $300,000 per month online and attracting dozens of agents to his downline. Or another client like Joel, who is actually having way too many agent attraction appointments where he actually has to turn away people. At the same time, he's making $40,000 a month. There's way more stories just like this out there. But let me talk about the whole traditional brokerage model and why it's falling apart in the first place. I'll also talk about how you can capitalize on this industry shift and really make the money you deserve and you need to go ahead and pivot in the new real estate economy. For many people, this is a once in a lifetime chance before it gets too late. The numbers do not lie. I have on my screen here a chart. In the past 12 months alone, over 144,000 agents have switched brokerages. If you look at this little chart here, you can see that there's an agent churn by production, and this is the beginning of it. I mean, many more agents are set to offer a new revenue share model of real estate. You can take a look here as well. The agent churn at these traditional brokerages has been going up tremendously, and all these agents, where are they going? Well, they're shifting towards these new cloud-based revenue share brokerages. Why is this even happening? I mean, why are these brokerages like Real Broker emerging as some of the fastest growing companies in the real estate brokerage space? Why are they going ahead and getting billion-dollar valuations and just becoming rocket ships? The heart of this shift is a simple truth. Agents are not happy with the old ways anymore. Just like workers in other industries that want to make passive income or just income through pensions or 401ks or stock matching, agents right now are really thinking about the exact same thing of they crave that change. They want a sustainable revenue stream that offers financial security, the one that can actually allow them to work less and earn more, because a lot of agents out there look at their counterparts, their peers, and there's people that have actually closed less real estate deals than them, making way more and working way less. And I think from us as an entrepreneurial standpoint, I mean, intrinsically, we all want to work less and earn more. Especially with the whole like real estate market being rocky the past couple of years, a lot of agents have actually gone into a place of high stress and unpredictability. And this is the time to double down on other income streams inside of the real estate industry. It does not work to go start up new businesses in other industries. In fact, apply the same skill sets you have, but just in a slightly different vehicle within the real estate industry. This way, you're not like niche hopping or doing all these different things. You're still staying in the real estate industry, but you're diversifying your streams within it. Like in the past years, many agents have had the worst year of their lives. I mean, some are just barely staying afloat. The churn rate is astronomically high. I mean, some people have already just thrown in the towel, and the year has just really got halfway through, and it is a very, very tough time for many people right now. So traditional commission-based model, the issue is that it ties your personal income to the number of sales you do. It can be great now in a hot market, but in a market that is not so hot, then what happens? Well, a traditional commission-based model, it really is good for like hot markets. You can make a lot of money quickly, but when the market cools down, that is when really shit hits the fan. And that's the best way to put it, because a lot of agents start panicking and they have no income coming in. And this is where that roller coaster ride starts to take place. Now, in a bid to boost income and growth, agents have tried it all. They've hopped from one brokerage to another. They're lured with all these splits out there and all like these latest technology additions. Like there's all this shiny object just being dangled in front of agents right now. Some agents have been stuck it out on their own. Like they're trying to build a brand. They've tried to have a team and an environment that just feels more like handcuffs than support systems. It's not really the best place to be in. But here is the honest, brutal truth. It is not working right now. You're still going to be trading your time for money. You're going to be closing deals day in and day out with no end in sight. And for most people, there's really no enterprise value within your business. Like there's a key man risk with you being involved. There is really no hope for you to go ahead and sell or liquidate your business. It's not built that way. It's built too around your brand. There's a lot of different things that come into play here. And a lot of agents have no end in sight. I mean, when it comes to a retirement table, it's really like, okay, I have nothing else to do now, and I have to start doing something else, maybe start a new business or another job. It is not a fun place to be in. You might have to like work a long time, get a lot of savings, make investments, and then you can retire. But truth be told, there are people out there that have only been in this game that I'll talk about really in depth later on for only maybe 5 years and have already made millions from this without working too much at all. Now, this is where the revenue share model comes in and flips the entire script. This revenue share model does not only incentivize agents to sell homes, but it also incentivizes agents to recruit and mentor agents within a brokerage. Now, here's the truth. A lot of people recruit the wrong way, and that's why it gets a bad rap in the industry. So at the heart of these whole organizations with revenue share brokerages and cloud-based brokerages, it's building a downline. It's essentially a network of agents whose success directly benefits the recruiting or sponsoring agents' income potential. So now there's incentives aligned to help everyone produce and perform. It's an incredibly powerful concept, and we studied billion-dollar companies and tech companies and all these network effects. I mean, if you take a look at like a business ecosystem where each member is motivated to support one another and help others, and every single member in that network makes it inherently more and more valuable in sharing that collective success, it really is a flywheel effect across the board. There's a reason why these brokerages are coming in having massively fast growth rates, like insanely fast. They're some of them are not even taking that much funding on and becoming billion-dollar companies, making their founders and stockholders and shareholders a ton of money in the process. Here is really where the issue happens, because of course everyone wants to build their downline. I mean, it's a nice and shiny concept, but how do you actually do that? How can a busy agent balance transactions, recruitment, and maintain a balanced lifestyle? I mean, the agent attraction business is pretty much its own business, right? It is a business that pretty much solves every other problem in your life, so it is a priority business. But how do you actually do this without you really, sacrificing your personal life or even your real estate business at the same time? So this is where the whole problem of scalability comes in for team leads and brokerage owners. In other words, how can you really scale your downline without sacrificing profitability or really your life in general, and just do it in a way where your time is not all eaten up? Answer lies in a top secret method used by the top 1% agent attractors globally. It involves selling paid digital products. This is how you win at agent attraction. It's not a coincidence. When you offer something more than just a brokerage to join and you are actually leading with value, a form of reciprocal altruism takes place. When you can provide digital products, you're not just attracting agents, but what you're really doing is you're giving them the tools they need to succeed. And as they succeed, that's when you can actually go ahead and get case studies and results, and as a byproduct, they pay you through their commissions and revenue share. I take a look at like the biggest lead generation companies out there, the Boomtowns, the Yelopos, the Commissions Inc., and all of these companies have thousands upon thousands of agents. Now, if you were to take a look at it, I mean, if you join a brokerage, you ideally want to have that same service in-house, but you're going ahead and seeking it elsewhere from these companies. I mean, if brokerages all did their job for the most part, you wouldn't even need a lot of these companies. But the truth is, like, the incentives are not really aligned for most brokerages, at least the traditional brokerages for that, just to really prove a point here. But these companies are attracting thousands of agents a year. And what we can actually do is learn from these companies. How are they attracting agents? Because really, they're actually the best agent attractors out there. And a lot of them are selling digital services or products. Now, you don't have to go ahead and do services for people. That's done for you. You just have to go ahead and give a digital product, which is a course, and that usually requires you to work for about a week or even a weekend and do that one-time effort, and it pays dividends for months or even years to come. When you create and sell digital products, you can actually automate parts of the business. In fact, my own digital products business is about 300 to 400 grand a month, and I only work less than 10 hours a week. Now, that is by choice as well. Like, I mean, everything automated in my business. So how is that I'm actually going ahead and making millions of dollars per year and really just barely working that much or having the ability to not work that much? Well, it comes into the actual beauty of the digital product itself. Because for myself, agents are always booking with me every single hour of the day. I'm not going ahead and reaching out to them. The ads are attracting agents. They're booking on my sales team's calendar. My sales team is going ahead and then selling them a paid digital product. And that is happening pretty much all around the clock. And our salespeople come in at 8 a.m. They end the day at 7 p.m. So for a majority of the day, my team is speaking to agents that need help. And that is what you can apply for your own agent attraction system to grow your downline, your team, or your broker. It's basically like having a 24/7 salesperson at full caffeine energy, selling for you all day long and attracting people at scale. And the best part of this is this, you can actually scale your marketing budget and get more and more agents. In fact, we spend a ton of money on our ads, right? Tens of thousands of dollars a month. Now, if we then spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on ads, we'd pretty much 10x number of agents we speak to on a monthly basis. That is the beauty of selling a digital product. You can actually effectively scale your downline. You can actually start to project. It's not going to be a roller coaster ride with all these random numbers and you don't know where the next lead is going to come from. You can actually predict how many agents you speak to on a daily basis when you track everything. This is basically creating a win-win-win situation for you, on 3 levels, right? Because the marketing is taken care of, the sales is taken care of, and even the product fulfillment, the digital product. I mean, for the most part, for myself, I am not involved in anything in my own business. I work 10 hours a week. Take that in, folks. To make 300 to 400 grand a month at the age of 25, I'm working about 10 hours a week. And I'm saying this not to boast or to flaunt. I'm telling you guys that this is possible. And we have clients doing this. In fact, one of my clients, William, he's actually doing this right now and making 300 grand a month, attracting agents to his downline and making millions of dollars per year. If he does this for the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, of course, now he can actually work from anywhere in the world from his laptop. He's still helping agents and he's really focused on just attracting agents, high subjectivity. And that's what you want to be doing as well. I mean, take a look and just step back. Why did you get into real estate? It's really about a capital accumulation game. And right now, there are actually much better vehicles to accumulate capital. The best vehicle right now in the real estate industry that I firmly believe to accumulate capital with the least amount of work and the highest amount of leverage is to sell paid digital products and pair it with agent attraction to a downline. This allows you to make money online every single month and do it from your laptop and not work that much, but also at the same time build a compounding asset. A downline is compounding, folks. This is the thing that people miss out. A compounding asset. The biggest companies in the world are built with compounding assets. ChatGPT, Uber, Facebook. I mean, Sam Altman says this on his Twitter thread, a famous Twitter thread that got millions and millions of impressions. He says you want to focus on compounding assets. This is what you are effectively doing by selling a paid digital product and pairing it with a downline agent attraction model. This approach is key. I mean, if you're trying to thrive and you want to really crush it in this brand new real estate economy with a great migration right now, you have to get on the digital products trend and use that to pack your calendar and attract agents into your downline, your team, or your brokerage. These digital products are the game changer. I mean, if you just take a look, I'm not going to name anyone, go on YouTube and search up like, real estate marketing, real estate lead generation, or any real estate coaching consulting folks. And a lot of them are actually with the big brokerages out there. EXP, Real Broker, LPT Realty, Epic Realty, there's a lot of them, right? And a lot of these people, these big YouTubers, they're actually using a digital product to attract their downline, and they're making millions of dollars a year in profit, yes, with a P, passively. So digital products are the game changer right now that these agents and team leaders or brokers are using to scale their downlines, their teams, or their brokerages. And these products, they may range from online courses and coaching programs to ebooks or subscription-based communities. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Now, it allows you to leverage your expertise, reach a broader audience, and generate income around the clock. I want to shift gears here as well to a little bit of a case study, because there's a single digital product out there that my client is using, and he's actually getting 8 to 10 appointments per day for his downline. And the only problem he's having is he's actually turning away agents that want to partner with him. I mean, I have an interview with this guy as well, so I'm not lying about this. He is having too many people that is booking with him on a daily basis. He's all day on agent attraction calls, and he's created this problem for himself, which is a good problem to have, to be honest. And he's actually turning away agents. I mean, take that in. Imagine you got to a point where you're turning away agents. You said, you are not a fit to partner with me right now. That is how you attract A-player, motivated agents into your downline. That is what most people are missing out on. This person, his name is Joel Johnson. He's one of my clients, and he's an agent. And 4 years ago, he was an engineer. He wasn't even in the real estate industry. Guy's absolutely crushing it. Like in the interview I did with him, he told me he's not cold calling. He's not really pestering agents. He's not chasing agents like most people do out there. In fact, agents, and not just regular agents, but whales, big teams and brokers are coming to him, and they're actually approaching him, and they're viewing him as the expert. And as a result, he's cherry picking who he thinks is a good fit for his organization. In fact, he's built a 50+ agent multi-country organization, and like that's what I'm seeing right here from the stats. And he's cherry picking ideal seasoned agents with 25 to 30 years of experience under their belts. I mean, let's break that down. Joel's digital product is getting him 8 to 10 appointments per day with high quality agents. Take that in, 8 to 12 appointments per day. What would that do for you and your agent attraction machine? How would that impact your life? How could that free up time in your family's life, in your life? How could that really allow you to live that dream life you've always wanted to? Because this allows him to work less and earn more, and work on a compounding asset that he works for 3-4 years. It's going to lead to maybe hundreds of $1,000s a month, or even $1 million plus a month in passive income that continues to compound, and it actually has enterprise value, so he can exit it as well. I mean, there's an endless amount of possibilities here, and this is what the top people in real estate are doing. There's people like Joel that understand this game, and if you do not understand this game right now, you are seriously going to get left behind. So a couple of components that really makes Joel's strategy work is first and foremost scalability. I mean, first of all, digital products are very, very easy to scale, and they can scale very, very quickly as well. Like digital products, you can reach tons of agents all across the world, and you can turn up or down on your ad spend and see how many agents you want to get on a weekly basis, right? And like Joel, he's not chained to his desk right now. He's not talking to agents one-on-one, going to appointments and all that kind of stuff. His digital product reaches thousands of agents daily without him lifting a finger. Like these people are coming and booking on his calendar, and they're showing up with a very high show-up rate. And really, his competition out there is grinding away. Maybe your competition too, even yourself, is grinding away, chasing agents, doing outbound calls, and trying to do coffee dates, and even working with agents for months or years, just to get them to hopefully convert only one person as well. I mean, Joel is doing that, and he's getting 8 to 10 people booking on his calendar per day. I mean, take that in, right? So if you're not doing what he's doing, you're really missing out. And a lot of people, they cannot compete with that. And Joel just had to crank up his ad spend on appointments, and it's just easier just turning on a faucet. Think about it. Joel, in the interview I did with him, he makes about 40 grand a month for digital product. Now, if he just doubles his advertising budget, he's gonna make 80K a month. But that's just the ad spend and the digital product sales. That's just there to liquidate your marketing budget. That's the truth, right? The real game is agent attraction. I mean, what Joel told me on the interview, you guys are free to watch it. 50% of his appointments that his sales team takes, they diverted to Joel's calendar to say, hey, you'd be a good fit for Joel's downline, right? That is the game, and that is how you predictably scale your downline and get paid to do it. The component is automation. I mean, despite the fact that Joel, he didn't even know what a digital product really was in the beginning a couple years ago, he's pretty much got things automated to the max. The product works all day because fundamentally you're giving a course to your agent, and that does a lot of the heavy lifting for them. You don't even have to speak to them on a one-on-one call. You can just give them a course login, and they work through at their own pace. So whether Joel's signing up new agents, sleeping, or relaxing on the beach, I mean, these automated systems allow him to generate income all around the clock. And the systems are recruiting and attracting agents for him, and they're allowing him to really focus on the highest leverage activities in his business. Because when you have a digital product, right, you can automate a lot of components. I mean, just as I'm talking to you guys right now, I work in less than 10 hours a week in the business, and I'm making millions of dollars per year. I'm not saying that to boast. I'm saying that to give you guys the example that this is possible. This can be done. This can change your life, right? If I can go ahead as a 25-year-old and scale up these companies and attract agents and teach a lot of other people how to do the same thing, you can too. And you can do it with minimal time spent. A lot of people have this preconceived notion that, oh my God, it's gonna take a long time, it's gonna divert attention away from my production business. And the truth is this, guys, what do you really want in the end of the day? What is your highest level activity? Take a step back and just think about it, right? Why do you join real estate as the industry? Did you just join to close deals and work all day? Or do you want to spend time with your family and enjoy the fruits of your labor and have money coming consistently? Because at the end of the day, we're just using money as a tool. And if we can make money in easier ways, why wouldn't we want to do that? A lot of people talk themselves out of this, and they realize after a couple of years that someone that was in the same boat as them, or maybe even worse than them in production standpoint, is making way more money than them by working less. And this is one of the worst feelings to have, in my opinion. And especially if you already know that agent attraction works, but you're not putting the effort towards it, then that's really on you, right? And that's why I'm trying to make these videos to really remind you that this is one of the highest level activities you can do as a real estate entrepreneur. Another component is that this is value creation. I mean, digital products, it positions you as the expert. Joel, in this case, is the expert. When you're offering that much value up front, agents are going to be starting to think like, well, this guy gave me so much value. This girl gave me so much value in digital product. Imagine what's on the back end. Like, can I work with them further? And people actually start doing that. Like, I mean, in our interviews, I post all of them on our YouTube channel. These agents are actually coming in and saying, how can I work with you further? Like, what else do you have? I'm already getting value from your community. I'm getting value from digital product. How can I work with you further? And that's a natural conversation into the downline conversation, agent attraction conversation that most people cannot do if their life depends on it. Like, this is one of the best ways because you create so much value. It's a form of reciprocal altruism. One of the biggest things is trust, know, like, and trust, people call it, or loyalty. And, this is the best way to get strangers, these agents that don't even know you, from all over the world, and, just pretty much eliminate all competition and, allow them to view you as the expert that can help change their life and their business. And they will pay you through commissions and revenue share, right? And that is what pretty much the game is, right? It's all about creating value, and that value will come back to you. Now, the value has to be packaged in digital product. I'm just trying to say, like, it's really as simple as that. Another component is recurring revenue. I mean, this keeps the cash flow flowing. It's like not like the feast or famine cycle of real estate. I mean, digital products have a very low, sales cycle, right? It's a very short one. You can typically put like about 10 grand in and triple that money within less than a month. As opposed to real estate, you're gonna wait 6 to 9 months just to make your money back. And that's one of the biggest components, one of the most shiniest assets that you can have. One of the best parts about selling digital products online is like that low sales cycle. So it actually becomes recurring in nature. Spend 10K this month, I make 30K. I spend 20K, I make 60K. I make 30K, I spend 30K, I make 90K. That's really the game, right? And that's only a 3x return. We have agents that had 10x return on their marketing spend. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to say that the recurring revenue is there. That whole real estate roller coaster, that feast or famine cycle is officially abolished in this game. To a degree of certainty, Joel can know that if he spends XYZ dollars on ad spend, he will get this much money back. Not from his agent attraction revenue, but more so from his digital product sales. So you can do exactly what even another client did, William, where now he spends 50, 60 grand a month, and he does like 300 grand a month in cash collected. That's not even from his downline. His downline is growing every single month, right? But he just makes that money on the side, way more than his real estate production piece. And he's giving way more value. I mean, in the end of the day, you get paid to how much value you can provide. And the results, they speak for themselves. I mean, if you take a look at Joel, just the stats here, I'm just gonna read them out. He built a 50+ agent multi-country organization, not just limited to one country, so all over the world. In just months, he attracted seasoned professionals with a 25, 30 years experience, and a digital product strategy packs his calendar with 8 to 10 appointments a day with hungry agents that actually want to partner with him, and he's only cherry picking people that he thinks is a good fit. He's actually turning away people. Imagine if you had that leverage, right? You turn away someone because they're not a right fit right now. In fact, you turn away multiple people every single day. How would that change your life? How would that change your business? When you sit down and just ask yourself that question. I think the biggest thing, of course, is like the freedom of time and attention you get from this, because he can now focus on what he does best in business, and he focuses on the compounding. compounding asset while having a business worth having. Like this compounding asset he's building with agent attraction, all these agencies he's attracting, it's gonna be really the thing that helps him retire, and even for his family, allows them to have like generational wealth. There's a lot of different assets here, and it's also a enterprise value asset. I mean, you can sell it at a multiple. I don't think I would. I mean, passive income is great, but like you get the point, right? You're actually working on something that's really worthwhile, just from a pure business standpoint. And I think right now in 2024 and just beyond, it's easier than ever to launch digital products. I mean, this was never possible 5 years ago, because back then it was extremely difficult to launch digital products. It was very, very difficult. You had to have coding skills. You had to have legendary marketing skills. It was very hard to run Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff. And it was just extremely hard. And now it's easier than ever. So how do you actually get started with digital products? I mean, at this point, you probably think like, okay, I get this whole thing. It makes sense. But like, how do I actually get started with digital product? Like, what do I make my course on? How do I market it? How do I get these agents booking on my calendar so I too can turn away the people that are not good fits? Well, it's a great question, and I'll break that down right now. See, on my screen here, William Cabral, he sent us a screenshot the other day. It's his total revenue share payout for last month, and it's crazy to think how this is right. I mean, he's able to open up his phone, look at last month's revenue share payment, and realize he made this while he was literally on vacation for half the month. I mean, if you take a look at the $14,000 revenue share screenshot here, I mean, you can see that he's really taking advantage of this whole digital product revolution. And like, this is what a lot of people are doing. I mean, this is just one example here. It doesn't really take much. Like, if you want to really start a digital product to allow yourself to attract more agents, there's a step-by-step process you must follow. The first step is finding your $1 million product idea. So the way this works is, instead of reinventing the wheel, looking at what other industry leaders are doing, this is not only going to save you 100+ hours of market research and brainstorming, but it's also going to have the confidence. So when you start talking to agents on appointments, you don't want to have that weird feeling in your stomach. Like, it's like a feeling that comes with uncharted territory. You don't want to feel anxious and nervous. You want to really feel the relief and the confidence by thinking about what you're really good at. It's like negotiation techniques, social media techniques. Are you good at lead generation? Are you good at ISAs? Are you good at team building? Are you good at even recruiting? Are you good at building a personal brand by video and social media content? Whatever it is, focus on a niche where you can actually solve a specific problem for a specific avatar. And for most people, I've seen that a lot of agents have built programs or coaching programs or digital products around lead generation. I have a client that works with me that works on mindset coaching for agents. There's spiritual coaching. There's a lot of things you can do. Obviously, helping out agents with ISAs and building teams and systems and delegation. If you had success with companies like Ylopo, Sync, Boomtown, you're good with online lead generation conversion, you can teach that kind of program. Agents are always looking ways to pack the calendars, get more leads. It's a great evergreen niche to go after. And yeah, that's a first thing, is finding that idea for the $1 million digital product. The second thing is now actually making a MVP, which is a minimal viable product. The big mistake that kills most digital products before you actually begin is expectations. So most agents, you see, like, they think they're gonna have this big Wikipedia, like this huge course with hundreds of hours of content just to make it worthwhile, and for agents to actually go ahead and go through the course. In fact, you couldn't be further from the truth, actually. Because that's actually the exact opposite of what value actually looks like. What agents really want is something very simple and to the point, not overpacked with a lot of information. It's really the 80-20 principle that comes into effect here. You want to focus on 20% of what you believe in and what brought success in your business. I mean, for many people, that could be, they built an ISA team, they knew how to recruit agents, right? A lot of them knew how to do good lead generation, so they built a product around that. But even if that's not the case, there's a really good hack you can use. So go ahead and look at other real estate coaches, choose about 5 of them and see what they're selling right now. Look at the coaches that you maybe are looking at or you bought from on YouTube and see what they're selling. I mean, a lot of them are selling social media training, cold calling training, prospecting training, sales training, client fulfillment training. There's a lot of different things, database training. These are the type of things that most people are selling: social media training, branding training, these kind of stuff, YouTube channel building. These are stuff that I've seen that works right now in the market. Most coaches and consultants are selling right now, and the possibilities are endless. I mean, a client that works with me works with mindset coaching for realtors. I mean, it's a big problem out there, and she's actually solving a very niche specific problem for realtors, and a lot of realtors do struggle with mindset, so you can definitely do that as well. It just depends upon what your skill sets are. And like, what I just do is take a look at like these top 5 real estate coaches out there, and like look at the common denominators and just apply that. But when you do this, not only will you get launched fast, but you'll actually get messages from hungry producing agents, and they'll really be telling you what the credits do. I mean, they're going to give you that reciprocal form of altruism, right? Again, it's about who creates the most amount of value, who shows it, they get the most amount of value in return. And I think a big pitfall that a lot of agent attractors fall into when they're making digital product is you got to think they have this whole digital product perfection, right? They got to have a perfect digital product with everything mapped out. In fact, like I said, that couldn't be further from from the truth. In fact, when you get clients coming in, when you get agents coming in, they're going to tell you what they want to see more of, and you can go ahead and record some videos and update the course. In fact, I update my course every single week, and it doesn't take me many hours at all. I mean, I think the most of I really spend is about 2 to 3 hours on a course in a weekend, and I think that's not much hours out there, right? I'd rather do that over cold calling or something, right? And it's very high leverage, and you actually build your course over time. All the courses I've sold to real estate agents, I've built them over time. I didn't have a perfect course right from day one. And a lot of people think they gotta have this perfect course, right? It's a belief that holds a lot of people back. In fact, like some of my top clients out there, the ones that are making $100,000 per month, they didn't really care so much about the product in the beginning, right? They made sure that the calendar was packed because they knew the product was a variable that's always going to change, and that actually allowed them to build a simple product that actually got the clients results. I mean, a lot of people brained up and just regurgitate everything into the whole course area. That's what you do not want. You want to have a simple course area out there. This actually allows agents to be simply focused on what really matters out there. Agents are going to be buying from you. They want to have a very simple product that focuses on the key things out there. And you should always work in the right order as well. Like, you want to build marketing assets first, then you want to do sales, and then you want to build product. I think a lot of agent attractors, especially in the digital product space, they work on the product side first. They forget about marketing, sales, and then they left in a place where they spend all the time on the product. No one wants to buy it. Their calendars are empty, and that's not really a fun place to be in, right? So you want to solve problems in the right sequence. First, pack your calendar, then get people buying your digital product, and then fulfill up on digital product. I mean, I always say to my clients, what's the worst that's going to happen? Are you going to get shot and killed? No, right? You got to refund someone. That's fine. Chances are you're never going to have to do that either, right? Because I've been in the game for long enough, and most agents are very reciprocal in that form. I mean, the marketing and sales is a lot of the heavy lifting, and even the back end, right? Your digital product, like, it's not just a course, right? You're going to be giving a community alongside of it. There are also going to be coaching calls. There's a lot of different forms of value your clients receive. I think just a pitfall we fall into is we always think we're not providing enough value, but the truth is that you actually are. It's a good thing as well to always consistently obsess about not providing enough value, but it's always something that a lot of us believe that we're always not providing it, right? And I think it's a big pitfall a lot of us fall into. So the worst thing you can just do is put yourself in that position of failure before you even launch. The key is you want to get more and more comfortable selling people on and getting their feedback, and then iterating and updating your course on the fly. And the beauty of courses and memberships is that this is videos, right? You can sit in front of a camera or no camera either, right? Some of my course videos have my face not in them. It's just me speaking in front of a mic, and record them over the weekend, record them at nighttime. It's very easy to do this kind of stuff. I mean, you're sitting in a comfortable chair and recording, right? You're not having a gun to your head. You're not running a marathon. It's very simple, right? So I think a lot of people they psych themselves out too much, and they get into a place of anxiety, and they don't actually implement on the things that really matter. The last thing is getting the actual word out. Now you built a digital product like the MVP. Now you actually want to get people booking with you. They actually want to buy it. So while leveraging your existing network is important, of course, the best way right now is using paid digital advertising. That's like the real game changer. In 2024, Facebook's ad algorithms and AI right now have made it easier than ever. I mean, Facebook is incentivized to get everyone to run ads. They're not trying to make it hard for everyone, guys. Believe me when I say that. And they've made it super, super easy when it comes to targeting. Like, they've made it extremely easy and incredibly successful at targeting the right agents for you to recruit and attract. You can pinpoint exactly where you want to target, the type of agents you want to speak to, their job titles, the brokerages they work at, the interest if they have in real estate coaching and lead generation. And myself, even for my clients, we've seen, for $150, our agents that are in our program, they're actually getting about 10,000 agents targeted. So 10,000 people see their ad, which is $150. 10,000 potential agents that view them as the expert. It's way more cost effective and less energy draining than going ahead and setting up these expensive in-person luncheons, right? And doing chasing activities for agents that don't really want to hear out your pitch. I mean, they really see that commission bet, they smell it, and they're repulsed by it. Let's just face it, right? You sort of, if you do it enough times, you're gonna be seen as that Amway or Dutchy type of person in the real estate industry. Not really a fun place to be in, to be honest. And I think it's very exciting as well when you know that message is reaching new agents every single hour of the day. I mean, there's agents all over North America that are consistently seeing you and viewing you as the expert. In fact, it almost puts a halo around you. I've actually seen as well, when I'm running a lot of ads, a lot of agents will be like, hey, you're the guy from Instagram. Dude, it's great to see you in person. It's glad to connect. And that, it allows you to build something called status delta, right? You build that status, you build that expertise. People view you as an expert, and it's a big requirement to successfully attract agents. When you take a look at like all these top agent attractors, these big brokerages like EXP, Real Broker, like they appear larger than life, and that's because they are great marketers, and that's exactly what you got to be doing by running marketing on Facebook ads and Instagram ads. It can also be YouTube ads as well, but I suggest starting off with Facebook and Instagram ads. So there's a lot of advantages, of course, and I want to segue a little bit here into the digital product advantage, and it's like a natural recruitment and passive income process. So think of your digital product as something that is not just a highly profitable income stream, but something that actually allows you to have agent attraction happen way more seamlessly and naturally. And all of our clients, they seek to one digital product that is true to themselves. I mean, see, when you offer a high value digital product, you attract the agents who see value in what you provide. I mean, the product first approach makes the recruitment process almost an afterthought. Kind of like selling Rolex watches versus knocking on strangers' doors and feeling invasive. I mean, customers walk in the Rolex store, they look at the salesperson as a high-end advisor, they respect that person, there's that status delta there, and they don't seem like a needy door-to-door salesperson, right? This works so well because agents already feel like they made a decision to approach you on their own. I mean, when they make the decision to reach out to you, it sets them up to appreciate you and implement the resources you offer. And then like compare this to dating, right? You want to attract, not chase people, right? Because chasing people have, the people that chase, they have less power in the relationship dynamic. I mean, it's a psychology principles 101, right? And we know how it goes. I mean, inbound leads are always going to go ahead and convert better and increase your earning potential overall. And also remember, you don't have to be a tech wizard or a marketing genius to make this all work. If you can log into Facebook with your smartphone, you can create and sell a digital product in 2024. You don't have to go back to the old school methods out there once you have your first sale, just like Will Cabral, who went from a struggling agent trying to recruit 1 or 2 agents a month to now building a team of 35 plus motivated agents, consistently recruiting people to his downline and making over $100,000 a month in profit and over $300,000 a month in revenue. And he's consistently scaling it up. So he's making $1 million a year in take-home income. At the same time, he's also recruiting agents to his downline. It's like a win-win, right? And not only is he just recruiting any agents, he's attracting the right agents, the people that are actually willing to be investing in him in the first place. So they're actually putting money out of their own pocket to learn and invest. And these are people that you want on your downline anyways, because a downline or a team is only as good as its weakest link. Now, I want to also add on here as well that, Will, he did this in a very short period of time, in less than a year. In fact, he was already doing $100K a month in less than 4 months of getting started. And it's all because he launched a digital product with the power of Instagram and Facebook ads. So the future of real estate, I mean, there's a new path to success right now. The whole industry is at a crossroads. So those that adapt and embrace these new models will thrive and really go ahead and flourish in the years to come. But the people that cling to the outdated methods are going to go ahead and sadly stay behind. A lot of people are just going to be really stuck in the old production cycle, going back and forth. And, if we just take a look at how people really make money in most businesses, it's really about people to hop on trends early on. I mean, they take a look at crypto or Bitcoin, agent traction right now, and revenue share brokerages. Just take a look at the statistics. The fastest growing companies, you want to align with the fastest growing companies. You want to provide value to the fastest growing companies by becoming a mega agent attractor. The best way to do that right now is to become a digital product seller, use it to pack your calendar and convert those people into your downline and effectively get paid to attract. So what really is at stake if you do not implement on this and you do not take advantage of this new real estate revolution? Well, of course, the first thing is lost income potential. Every month you wait, you're potentially leaving thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on the table. You guys remember my client Will Cabral, $14,000 to $15,000 a month in a recurring profit every single month and consistently growing from his downline. That's passive income and $172,000 a year that you could potentially be missing out on. Passive income, by the way, I just want to really repeat that as well, because that's the best money you're ever going to make. Another one is missed recruitment opportunities. I mean, top agents are looking for brokerages with cutting edge strategies right now, and the person that demonstrates the most amount of value will be the person that wins. So without a digital product offering to position yourself as an expert, right now you could potentially lose 10 to 15 high quality agents to your competitors every single month. Another one is market share erosion. So as other agents adopt these digital marketing strategies, they're going to start dominating the market. I mean, right now there's very few people that are actually selling a digital product right now to attract agents. And the people that are really thriving. And similar to people that really adopted cryptocurrency before they became completely mainstream, you can actually capture market share right now for the next 6 to 12 months. I mean, the industry is changing very, very fast, and the people that are early adopters are going to be the ones that are going to win big. I'm not just talking about revenue share brokers as a whole, because of course, people brokerages like EXP have been there for a long time. I'm talking about the best way to attract, and that's using digital products. This in and of itself is a brand new way, and it is something that's taking over the industry by storm. And right now, the people that are implementing this right away are going to be the ones that are going to win big in the years to come. If you don't do it, there might be someone else in the exact same market as you, exact same brokerage as you, whatever it is, that are going to go ahead and crush these numbers, and you're going to be looking there and sitting there and be like, what did I do wrong? Like, how is this person that came in possibly like, less successful than you, making way more money than you, and they're working less than you? And I think that's not a good feeling to have, right? So it's up to you. You owe it to yourself to make the decision right now. Another one is career stagnation. I mean, the industry is evolving, but this isn't the typical rate of change. For those that don't keep up with the massive migration to rev share brokerages around digital products, they risk becoming obsolete. Like in 2 to 3 years, you might just go ahead and, it might be very difficult for you to stay, you might just be struggling in an area right now that is consistently evolving. I mean, a lot of these revenue share brokerages, they have network effects, and everyone is incentivized to share information with each other because it drives the brokerage stock. A lot of people are also on a downline model, so there's a lot of information exchange consistently happening. I mean, I just take a look at the biggest revenue share brokerages. The agents typically know way more than the traditional brokers out there in terms of tech and marketing and the latest strategies to scale up, and it's because the incentives are aligned. And if you don't jump ship on these brokerages, especially for people that are like, maybe a traditional broker watch this video right now, you are seriously missing out. And I'm saying that as someone that is not even at a revenue share brokerage, so I'm seeing that as a simply neutral observer outside of the real estate industry. So the bottom line is this: the traditional real estate model is no longer enough for the top 1% of agent attractors. In a sense, it never really was. But if you want to secure your future and achieve the financial freedom you desire, you gotta think just beyond closing deals. You are a real estate entrepreneur. So when you combine digital products with revenue share models, well, here's the thing: you're not just building a income stream that can make you short-term profits in the 1 or 2 year runs. You run them. You're creating a business that offers scalability, sustainability, and long-term success. I mean, but to secure your future and achieve the financial freedom you desire, you gotta think just beyond closing deals. I mean, you are a real estate entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs choose the best vehicle for themselves. It's not a coincidence that Warren Buffett said it's really about the boat you're rowing as opposed to how hard you row. There are people out there that are just in a better boat than you, rowing way less hard than you, and they're really just cruising and making way more money. And that's what you want to do as an entrepreneur. You want to optimize for the highest leverage activity. And obviously that's agent attraction, but it's agent attraction by using digital products to recruit and attract agents at scale and also make a profit. Because you're not really just making a short-term profit as well with this. I mean, you're actually creating a business that offers scalability, sustainability, and long-term success. A lot of these folks like, William Cabral and Joel Johnson are making hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars per year online from their laptop and attracting agents at scale when their counterparts are probably out there wondering where their next real estate deal is going to come from. It's like a silent revolution right now because a lot of people are not really incentivized to share what they're doing. I mean, the top agent attractors out there, they're not really incentivized to share with you what's actually working for them. But I am, of course, that's why I make these videos, right? So, if you want to go ahead and work from anywhere in the world, in the laptop, you want to work in Bali, if you really want to do that, you want to work in Mexico, Los Angeles, and Avila, this is the type of business model that actually allows you to do that. And the best part is it can be automated, delegated, and actually work on the most highest level activities for you, which is attracting agents, but also doing it in a way that gets you paid in the process. I think, of course, we talk about money, all these numbers, but you actually are going to impact a ton of agents' lives as well through this. And that's like, just, it feels good at the end of the day, right? And you know that you change a lot of people's lives, change a lot of families' lives through your work. I mean, you coach these agents, you help these agents, and now they're going to go ahead and close hundreds or thousands of transactions. And now you know that you, as a person, single person, created a lot of value, contributed a lot of value to the world in the marketplace. And it's a really good place to be in from a state of mind perspective. From a cost perspective, you miss out on a 6-figure passive income, potentially monthly as well. I know people that are making over $1 million a month in passive income from revenue share brokerages. The result is, while you're going to watch your market share erode as competitors adopt new strategies. In the future, you're going to look back in 12 months, you might see someone else that was the same boat as you, or even at a lower boat than you, or a lower spot than you, and they're now crushing it, working less than you and making more than you, and you're going to regret the opportunity that you let slip away. The second option is you actually could go ahead and do it all alone. You can just spend 30 minutes trying to analyze your business today. You can figure out how to incorporate revenue and digital products by yourself. You might look at YouTube videos, you might watch some Alex Hormozi videos, great channel by the way, and try to do everything yourself. Difficult thing. I've been in the game for 5-6 years. In the first 2 or 3 years, I really didn't make any money at all because I was trying to figure out this whole digital product game. And I spent tens of thousands of dollars on masterminds and courses. And even with those, I still went through my fair share of trials and tribulations. You could risk potentially wasting time on trial and error and get to a point where, like, you know what, screw this agent interaction thing, let me go back to production. And now you're still in the same perpetuous cycle that you want to get out of. And sadly, it's a very common thing right now. Option number 3, recommended is partner with proven experts. Step number 1 is schedule a time with our team this week. Get a proven blueprint for success. We'll help you with everything. We'll help with everything we talk about in today's video, all the case studies. We'll help you with all that and how to survive and thrive in this new era of real estate. We're gonna fast track your agent attraction business and really help you scale a predictable downline every single month to get paid to do it and build that passive income stream, work less, earn more, and live the dream life you've always dreamt of. The choice is yours. But remember, the window of opportunity will not last or stay forever. So are you gonna be part of this revolution and reap the benefits? Or will you be left behind and watching others succeed with strategies you could have implemented? Take the first step today and book a call with us, and let's talk about how we can help you build a digital product and help you attract agents at scale, pack your calendar, and make hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars per year and build that revenue share empire in the next 30 to 60 days or less. Folks, thank you so much for watching this video, and we post more content just like this on agent attraction every single week. Please subscribe and like the video. Out of the way, see you guys next time.